Whoa, what you doing? What you doing? What's this? What's this? And why you don't got socks on your feet? Yo, what up, though? Welcome back to SidTV. I know I just presented this video with a smile, but I'm pissed off because the gun range was just playing games with me. The FFL was just playing games with me. I'm trying not to go YN and crash out on him. I'm trying to get my suppressor, and dog is playing games. But for real, I'm making this video because I wanted to talk to y'all about suppressors, because I know a lot of people are getting into suppressors and everybody want to get the fast approval time and get as many suppressors as they can, but you need to slow down before you do all of that, bro, because I got some news that you could use. You don't want to go, you know what I'm saying, just jacking off your currency, jacking off your bread, you know what I'm saying, to unnecessary purchases. Now we can't really treat this like this is a buy once cry once situation. And I mean, I know a little something. I know something. My camera tripping, but look. So I got a Glock 17 rugged Obsidian 9. It is in the short configuration. If it had it in the long configuration, it would be off camera. So yeah. So I got a Glock with a rugged on there. I love this gun. This is baby. I love this. All firearms are unloaded. And then I have a Silencer Co. 46 Hybrid M on here. This is my absolute baby, and this is kind of like my home defense gun. Again, all guns are unloaded. Get me back in focus. So as you can see, I obviously know a little bit about suppressors. So listen, check me out, right? This is my third suppressor. Actually, I bought more suppressors this year than I bought guns, but if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is my third suppressor, and out of every suppressor that I have, I got them all different ways. One I got in person, one I got online, and then when I bought online, and I had it sent to the FFL, which is the same people who pissed me off, which is the reason why I'm about to. Recently, I copped a CGS Mod 9. It's a 9mm can. I'm gonna have a thorough review because I know I haven't reviewed my other cans. I haven't even showed y'all. But I'm gonna have a in-depth, thorough review on that when it comes, whenever that is, because I really don't know. Because like I said, they've been on bullshit. So I bought a suppressor online from. Okay, so this suppressor I bought offline, I bought from Double M Defense in Texas. Shout out Texas. Texas, when I get the first opportunity to be down there right in between y'all red butt cheeks on some freedom tip, I'm gonna be there. Promise you. Watch out for me. So I bought it from Double M Defense in Texas. Double M Defense, you have some of the best customer service I have ever experienced ever in my life, and I sincerely appreciate y'all. Every person I spoke to on the phone now, if y'all weren't so willing to work with me, to going through what I was going through, man, I would have never gotten this suppressor that I have. So I sincerely appreciate y'all 100%, man. Y'all are amazing. I put this suppressor on layaway like I do majority of all of my firearm purchases, and I think it was like $400. So I put this back on layaway back in March. Now granted that I put that suppressor on layaway, and I put two more suppressors on layaway, which was I think it was a Wolverine PBS1 Wolverine or something like that, and I think I had a Silencer Co. Omega 45K. I think that's the proper time. I think so. I had them three. Now I wasn't able to make my payments really. I kind of had too much going on. I put too much on me financially at once, so that was kind of stupid. So long story short, I wasn't able to make my payments, and they only give you 3 months. So if I put it on layaway at the end of March, that means that the layaway had to been expired by the end of June. I had talked to them in June, and she called me on the, I'm not sure who it was that called me on the phone, or she emailed me or something like that, but she was asking, he or she, actually I believe, was asking me did I want to extend my, is it a possibility that I'll be able to get it out, and I explained to them the situation and when I would be able to make the payment on it, and you know, and so forth, and basically told me that it's nothing I gotta really worry about. They extended it, I think, all the way until like, I think it was like October or something like that. Even better, what they allowed me to do was right before even October, because I got fired from that job because I don't work there no more. Thank God, you are a piece of shit. I wasn't able to make the payment on the suppressor, even though I only had like, I think I still owe like $200 something on it or something like that. Actually, I owe like $300 something. So what I ended up doing was, I ended up calling them on the phone. I asked Double M Defense, can I transfer over deposit that I paid for the Silencer Code 45 and the PBS1 Wolverine, I believe. And I transfer those deposits over. And I remember a lot of people tell you when you put deposit downs for guns, a lot of places that the person that I particularly buy my guns from, Bud's gun shop, they tell you that deposits are non-refundable and non-transferable. I asked him, could I transfer it, you know, the deposit to cover the balance that's due on the CGS Mod 9 so I can get it? And he said it was no problem. And next thing I know, he applied the deposit, and they did the, I think it was the form. What was the form 4? Form 1? I should know this, but I really don't know off the top of my head. I think it's the form 4. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. Is it form 4? It's a form 1. Then it ended up shipping to the FFL that I had it sent to, which is the first FFL that I bought my suppressor from. But remember, I bought it in person. I'll get to that later. And I don't want to make this video too long, but I gotta give you context. So now that puts us at present day. The suppressor that I got from Double M Defense is now the FFL. I get a text message just saying that this suppressor is ready for me to be picked up. That's not really true, obviously. What they really mean is to do the paperwork on it that I had to do. So when I get in there, I didn't even go there this following day. I went maybe a couple of days later. But anyway, when I went in there, I sat around for like 25-30 minutes waiting to be really assisted. And this is really what happens every single time that I go in this place. And that's why I absolutely hate, and I really don't want to use that word, but it's actually the truth. I hate doing business with them for that reason, because they seem as if, like, I'm not a racial card puller. I'm not that type of person. I'm a very realistic person. I'm not a naive person by far. You can possibly call me an overanalyzer, but one thing that I am is authentic, and I understand that perception shapes your reality. Your perception is your reality, but some of this shit just be like low-key, like overt. It's no way to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, so every time I come in there, you know what I'm saying, it's like I'm always the one that's standing around and standing here and waiting to be assisted and, you know, all this BS. So I go in there and I'm expected to do the Form 4 on the Silencer Shop kiosk. But obviously, apparently I was unaware of the process, because this is the third possible way you can do it, and it's not like the first time I did it when I was there, when I bought it in-house. After standing around for like 25-30 minutes, the guy asks me, what am I here for? And then I tell him, you know, I got a text message that was saying that my suppressor is ready to be picked up or something like that, but that's not what it is. It's not ready to be picked up. I said I have to do the paperwork for it. I have to do the form for it. So he's like, oh, okay. So he goes back and he comes back with an old tax stamp, my old tax stamp. I'm like, he was like, this is the one? And I looked at it because I'm thorough. I looked at it and I'm like, no, this is the first one. I said, it's a CGS Mod 9, and you asked me what it was, and I told you, a CGS Mod 9. So he goes, retrieves the proper tax stamp, and I think that I'm about to, not the proper tax stamp. He doesn't see it because there's no tax stamp yet, because I haven't even been approved, because I haven't submitted anything. So he goes back and finally realizes what I'm talking about, and then I pay for the transfer. So that's one thing that must be noted. If you're going to buy a suppressor from a store online and you're gonna have it sent to a FFL, there is a NFA transfer fee. My NFA transfer fee was $100. Yours might be more. It depends on what state you live in. Me, I've seen on Reddit, I've seen transfer fee, I think is high as $150 for NFA items. Like I said, yours could be whatever. I don't really know what yours is. It could be, I don't know. You gotta check and see. But theirs was $100. So I paid the transfer fee. He was like, okay, you're all good. You're gonna receive a DocuSign. You're gonna receive an email. After it's assigned to you by a manager, it usually takes that's about maybe 24 or 48 hours. This was on Thursday. I said, hold on, I thought that I was supposed to be doing the paperwork, the forms, the using the kiosk and filling out my information, the Form 4 basically process. I thought I was supposed to be doing that here like I did the first time when I bought it from you guys. He's like, oh, no, it has to be assigned to you, and after it's assigned to you by our manager, then you'll receive a DocuSign, and then you will sign that DocuSign, and then after that you receive your email to certify to submit your paperwork, which you have to come in. You have to come back in to do this certification. You have to come back in physically in person. Given all of these circumstances, man, like, I just been thinking, bro, like, they playing games. And also, I called him on the phone. I called and spoke to the manager on the phone like a few minutes ago, right before I even picked up the camera. Here go that audio right here.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
This is Dan. Can I help you?
Hi, is your manager available?
Yeah, may I tell him who's calling?
Yes, my name is C. I spoke with your manager last on Thursday, and I need to speak with him again because I have an unresolved issue.
Hang on 1 second. I'll grab him for you. Let me put you on hold.
All right. Alexa, turn it up.
This is Randy. May I help you?
Hey, how you doing? Good morning. My name is C. I spoke with you on Thursday. Yeah, so I've been awaiting for me to receive, not further instruction, but I've been awaiting the DocuSign as well as it to be linked to my Silencer Shop account, and I don't see anything.
They haven't given you a DocuSign yet?
No.
Huh.
I don't even see it on my Silencer Shop account.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been on there. But it would tell you on there that you still need. It would tell you what you still need.
It doesn't. That's what I'm telling you. It doesn't say anything. The last information I have is from the first suppressor that I got from you. I see it under my e-forms and I see it under my documents, but I don't see anything else. Yep, that's right. Last time I got this suppressor was March 29th. I received a DocuSign the following day.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Stay right there. Let me run in the back. Hold on.
All right.
What kind of suppressor was it?
It was a CGS Mod 9.
Mod 9. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Much later.
All right. We looked it up. Made sure that it was all good. So check it again. Check it again here soon.
I'm sorry. You said what do you need me to do?
Just keep watching your email. We made sure that we assigned it. It's assigned. So just continue watching.
Okay, I'll be watching.
Yeah, just keep watching.
All right, I got you. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Yeah, whatever. You just assigned it now, you motherfucker. So my memory card had got full, and while I was actually deleting footage from this camera, I actually realized I just checked my email again and no DocuSign. I started to ask him like, but when did you assign it? But you know what? You saying that you assigned it today gonna piss me off, and I'm gonna take it there with you. You saying that you assigned it whenever, or you signed it last week when I submitted it, I don't believe that. I'm gonna automatically accuse you of being a liar, and that's not true, and prove it. And then if you take the other route, which is saying not giving me a clear answer, say we submitted it, and then trying to take a different course and saying, well,
we don't know it's fine, just keep checking the email, we definitely submitted it.
That's gonna piss me off too, because then I'm gonna have to reinforce my question upon you of when did you submit it. So I wasn't even trying to take it there with him. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let you have that one. But what I've been realizing is that this whole suppressor game, bro, this is expensive, number one. It's time consuming, number two. It's tedious, and it's draining. It's draining. Do I advise you to get you a suppressor? Fuck yeah. I advise you to stop buying guns temporarily and actually get you a few suppressors. Get you something decent with a threaded barrel and then go get you a suppressor. Me, I would get something with a safety on it because I would be getting my suppressor for home defense, not nothing to carry around or conceal carry. See, this Glock doesn't have a safety on it, but if you I don't even know when it's video gonna even be posted. So whether you seen my video already or you gonna see my video, this ain't even my home defense. This is just my Or just a little tool that I be carrying around. But nevertheless, I would get my suppressor for home defense. I wouldn't get it for any other reason. So that being said, I would just take a break with the buying guns for a little bit. Get you a suppressor. But, gotcha. Suppressors are expensive. Not just the suppressors themselves. Not just the suppressors themselves. The suppressors themselves are, yeah, expensive, but it's another issue. The maintenance, not necessarily issue because I haven't ran into any maintenance issues necessarily yet because I haven't even cleaned these. Attachments on suppressors like this direct thread mount right here, this, $120 I believe. Yeah, $120. You have to do your research thoroughly. I'm talking thoroughly. I'm talking fine tooth comb thoroughly. I'm talking slide on it. This regular Obsidian now comes with a boost pistol. It comes with a booster assembly system, or a pistol. It has a piston in there and a pistol booster. It's like a spring inside. This is equipped to go on handguns, i.e. non-fixed barrels. This is a non-fixed barrel. It's a reciprocating barrel. It moves. This right here, this Strybog, it's a fixed barrel. So let me hold it for you so you can see it better. Okay, so this Strybog has a fixed barrel. So this Silencer Co. Omega Hybrid 46M, which costs $1,300 by the way, plus $200 for the tax stamp. And yes, these are the same people. This is my first suppressor. This is who I got it from, the people that I was just telling you about. So anyway, this one does not come with a pistol booster assembly. So basically you can't put this on a pistol. This has to go on a fixed barrel, a barrel that does not move. If you were to try to put this on a pistol, if I was to try to put this suppressor on this Glock, and it does go on, it does go on. I'm gonna show you, it go on. Actually, I'm gonna show you right. Okay. Oh, actually, I can't even rack the slide back on this. This is actually too big to go on here. Actually, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Look, I can't even. Damn, that look fucking stupid long. Duh. Yo, that's kind of dope though. I wish it would focus. Kind of dope. Hold on, let me restart it. Yeah, that bitch is long, dong, schlong. So look though, I can't even rack the slide back because look. Yeah. So that won't even work. I didn't even think about that. Either way, I cannot put this, I couldn't shoot this like this even if I wanted to, because this doesn't have a booster pistol. A booster assembly system. It doesn't have that in here. It's not compatible with a pistol yet. This is a direct thread system though, but it's not compatible with this because I don't have the pistol booster assembly that I have in the Rugged, because this can is more, I guess, made or optimized, made specifically designed for pistols, pistol calibers. Wow, this is more of a big bore, as they call it, suppressor, and it's more made for bigger, higher caliber rounds. And that's why I have the direct thread mount I have on there. But I bought the direct thread mount specifically for this. It didn't come with this, again, because like I told you, I paid $100 for it. It came with some type of ALS, I think, like locking system for rifles, and I don't have it out right now. But this is not compatible, and I say that to say, if you were to buy this can just randomly for some reason without doing your research, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna put it on my Glock, you're gonna be fucking mad, as you can see. So like, that's why I'm saying, like, do your research as far as like even the diameter of the can, all of that. You have to do your research. Do as much research on YouTube as you possibly can. I think one of the best channels to probably watch about suppressors is NFA review channel, NFA reviews or something like that. Damn, I'll pop it up on the screen probably. Yeah, so be careful about your attachments because everything is not compatible. Damn, I almost fell. Okay, so the Strybog, right? I didn't tighten this all the way down because, again, this is meant for a pistol. It has the booster system in there, and I just don't want to thread it all the way down. So even if I wanted to put this thread all the way down, I could not shoot this. I more than likely would probably cause a baffle strike or destroy my can some type of way, and that would devastate me, and you don't want to do that, trust me. Actually, while we're here, I'm gonna tell you. So let me give you an example, right? I don't know if you can see it, but at this ridge right here, this is the suppressor. This is the serialized portion from this little ridge that you see down. from here forward can be replaced. If you damage from here down, if you have a baffle strike or anything catastrophic failure from here, this little groove down, you're fucked. Okay, another little game for you because I really don't know either, right? I don't know a part of this hybrid is serialized portion, so I feel like if you get a baffle strike really kind of like anywhere from maybe where this extension detaches down, that's not good. That's my brain going 1,000 miles a minute, so I'm just gonna transition to my next thought. I am about to go straight into it. So originally I bought this for my green rifle that I got, my green rifle that I got, but I wanted to put it on a Strybog for the home defense purpose. I told you I paid $100 for this for the direct thread mount, and by the way, the mounts are thread specific. Usually 9mm is like half by 28. This came with a ALS like locking system, like a locking like lever. In order to attach it to the rifle, I had to buy a muzzle brake, which is another thing you have to worry about if you're buying it for a rifle. You have to get the correct muzzle devices. Muzzle devices are no less, generally for suppressors, any suppressor, no less than like $100. Period, no less. And if you buying it from in store, you got somebody that's in the store, you know what I'm saying, like in your town or in your city or your state or whatever that's selling it, it's gonna be more than $100 for sure. So I have bought this to put it on the Strybog, and that's just something I just wanted to notate. Oh, that's what I'm gonna tell you. When I bought it for the Strybog, this end cap, did this end cap come on there? I guess the end cap came on there, but just be mindful that I guess that goes into a part of the research that you have to, when you decide to buy your suppressor, you make sure you have the correct end cap attached for decibel purposes, for proper sound reduction. Not only that, for making sure you don't have a baffle strike. So I'll give you an example. Right now, this end cap that you see on there is for a 9mm for my, because it was on the Strybog. If I wanted to put this on my rifle, I'll have to change the mounting system rather, and I'll have to change the end cap. The end cap for a 5.56 is way smaller than this. So if I was to try to shoot a 5.56, or let's say I tried to shoot, I have my 5.56 cap on and I tried to shoot a 9mm round through there, I might be able to shoot 2 rounds through there. The second or third round is probably gonna baffle strike because the round is too fat. So you have to make sure and do your research and know what you're doing, that you have the correct attachments attached, because you will fuck your shit up and you're gonna be mad. And actually, here goes some of my suppressor parts right in this box. You can see that. That's some of the suppressor parts. This is the taper mount that I was telling you about that it came with. The Hybrid 46M came with that like little locking, like little lever, rotating lever thing on there. And you also have to change out the inner parts. And here's the other end cap for the 5.56. And then here is the other end of the, and there go the baffles falling out right there, as you can see. But this is the other end of the rugged obsidian that I took off, because just with it in full configuration, I think it's too long. There's some stickers in there, not really kind of like an unboxing, just kind of showing you how I kind of keep my parts and my tools. And this is one of the tools that you would use with the prongs at the end to unscrew the end cap, and then you would use this part to untighten it, wrench her down. Let's kind of refresh and before you leave this video and drop my viewer retention rate even harder. Okay, so listen, let's start from the top. You should get a suppressor, but before you should get a suppressor, even think about getting a suppressor, you need to do your research. What research is that you need to do? You need to see what type of suppressor it is that you're looking for. What is the reason why you're even getting this suppressor? You also need to see what attachments are compatible and come with the suppressor. You also need to figure out the dimensions of your suppressor. Why? I'm gonna show you another reason why. This, come on, don't start. Alright, I'm not sure what the dimensions of this suppressor is exactly, but the reason why it is important, here's the reason why. So let's say that I want to put the extended handguard on here, because they sell them for the Strybog, I believe, in 3, 6, and 9 inches, and they are kind of hella expensive. But either way, let's say I want to put the handguard extension on here, right, which would give me a full length Picatinny handguard from anywhere from 3 to 9 inches, right from this point. the handguard diameter is only so much. Now, because like I was saying, I remember. If I would have bought that suppressor for some reason and I didn't, and I wanted to had the idea later of putting an extended handguard on it and it was only gonna stay on that stripe bar, I believe that the diameter of that suppressor is too wide for the handguard to slide properly over the suppressor and give me that look that I'm wanting. And more than likely, you're probably gonna not be able to return it if you bought it, or you're just gonna be shit out of money. So diameter is important, so make sure you check that, because that is extremely important. What else? Paperwork is tedious. It is something that you must pay attention to. You have to check your emails. Emails is something that you have to check daily. I would advise you to check your spam folder. Whenever you do anything NFA related, I always advise you to check your spam folder. I haven't had anything come to my spam folder, but I have heard other examples of others have important ATF form information go to their spam. And remember, if you have Gmail, your spam folder clear out every 30 days. So keep that in mind. So when doing the paperwork, you have to understand that any imperfections, any errors will cause a massive delay in your, your permission slip. It's gonna cause a massive delay. Sometimes the FFL will catch it, Silencer Shop or Silencer Central will catch it. Sometimes they won't. You have to check all your P's and Q's before you go in there, before you leave. You have to make sure everything is spelled correctly. Your height, weight, where you were born. I'll give you an example. Actually, I think I might even link it on screen. When I had got my, was an attempt from these people right here, my Silencer Shop account online, the DocuSign that it had on there was wrong. It said I was born in the Virgin Islands, and I was about to send that off. Luckily, that was the only error on there, and I caught it. They literally said I was born somewhere in the Virgin Islands somewhere. I don't even know how they got that information. I never put that in there. Luckily, I caught it, so that's why I'm telling you, so you can do the exact same thing so you don't get caught slipping. So paperwork is extremely tedious. You have to pay attention to everything. Aside from having to pay attention to everything, you have to know the correct steps to take. If you don't do your research and know the correct steps to take, you're going to get played, you're going to get delayed, and you might even just get scammed solely, because like I said, depending on who you're dealing with, depending on where you are. See, this is why I'm this is like my personal channel, this is my personal channel, because bro, I have daddy stuff going on. If I was in the studio, I would be living y'all breaking Democrat news, you know what I'm saying? But this is my life, so you like it or you don't. All right, we're back live. So listen, so if you don't know the proper steps, you're gonna get, it's gonna be a major delay. So I'll tell you another thing, right? So when I took my picture at these same people, that the same FFL who has my, the one I got the first one from, and the one who has my third one that I'm waiting to get now. Oh, by the way, so remember how I told you he said what he said? Dude, now all of a sudden, you just assigned it today. I know you did. That's what I thought. Now all of a sudden, when I go on my email, look what I see. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I told you. Just full of it. Just full of it. You have to know the proper steps to take outside of doing your research, like I said, because that is one of the most crucial parts. You have to make sure your picture is clear. My picture is not clear at all. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the worst pictures I've ever taken in my life, but it is what it is. But you have to make sure your picture is absolutely clear, because if your picture is not clear, that can cause a delay. Fingerprints are important. If you're doing your fingerprints at the kiosk or you're mailing them in and you're sending them to ATF, it doesn't matter. The fingerprints have to be extra clear, and if you're using the kiosk when applying your fingerprints, I'll highly advise you to make sure all of your fingerprints are in the green. Yellow is acceptable, they say, but I would advise you to have them in the green. I had all of my fingerprints in the green, I believe, except maybe 2. Do I believe that caused a delay? Probably not. I don't know. It could have been that in conjunction with the picture. I don't know. What other errors did I come across? Oh, make sure that the email that you're using in your ATF e-forms, the email that you're using in your in your silencer shop account, make sure. Oh my god, I just realized that was so loud. I hope I don't get copyright. I didn't realize that was that loud. What was I saying? Make sure your email addresses are all the same. eForms email address that you signed up with, your silencer shop account that you signed up with, make sure it's using the same email. Make sure you're using the same email address for every ATF counter, purchase, transaction, whatever. Excuse me, make sure that you're using the exact same email address, because that can cause a delay, and that is extremely important. Now, this video was more so kind of to get you to kind of like understand kind of the most important ins and outs of the suppressor buying process. Yes, I'm here to encourage you to get them. I do believe that you should get them, but I will say from my personal experience, what I have learned is that this is it's just another time consuming process. It's just unnecessary. Paying a $200 tax stamp is completely the most tyrannical, absurd, extortion thing I have ever heard in my life, and I can't believe that I'm actually doing this, because I said that I would never do this. I told myself I would never get a suppressor and do all this shit, but I already got 3 already, and I'm not slowing down anytime soon. But it's extremely time consuming, and not only is it time consuming, it's like you are under a lot more, I guess, potential scrutiny, because you can't leave your firearms alone. Not firearms alone, your suppressors alone. And that's another thing that I didn't talk about. You need to figure out what your living situation is. You need to figure out what your relationship status is, or how serious you guys are, or something, if you think about getting a suppressor. Because if y'all live together, it is in best interest that you file as under a trust rather as an individual. Because when you file as an individual, only you can be in possession of that NFA item. It cannot be left alone at the house with a significant other, or anyone else that is not on the paperwork that is attached to that suppressor, unless it is locked away and they don't have access to it like in a safe, and they don't have the combination. But I wouldn't even try that, because what's really likely to somebody not knowing the combination to your safe? They live in a house with you, such blah blah blah. That's just my opinion. That's called constructive possession. How many people have been charged with constructive possession with an NFA item or suppressor? I don't know. If I come up with some in the meantime while I'm making this video, I'll put it in there, but I really don't know. That's extremely important. So you need to figure out, like, if you're serious, if you want to get a suppressor, what's your living situation? Do you have the proper security to to house this NFA item? Because you can't generally take it with you everywhere. You can take it across state lines. There are a couple states that don't allow suppressors, I believe, other than for the purpose of hunting. I think one of them is Connecticut, and I'm not sure what the other one is. I don't know, and that's something I should know, but I don't know. SBRs are different. Now, SBRs you can't take across state lines unless you submit that paperwork to the ATF 30 days in advance. That's a whole nother topic. But me personally, I'm not going to be buying any more suppressors. If it's not in store, which I probably won't do, I don't think I'm going to be buying any more suppressors offline because of that transfer fee and then having to come back several times to do the paperwork and certify. I don't want to have to do all of that. I would advise you, more than likely, I'll probably advise you, honestly, go through Silencer Central. That's where I got my regular Obsidian through. I like that process. It was a con to it. Process is where, you do everything online. The only difference with Silencer Central versus buying it in store and versus buying it through a third party and sending it to an FFL/SOT, Silencer Central, you have to pay full MSRP generally for the suppressors on their website. They do give you sometimes I see they throw in silencers for free, like their Banish and all that type of stuff. I'm not sponsored, so I'm just telling you, they do throw that type of stuff in there for free. Sometimes with some of these suppressors, but you do have to pay full retail price. Now, when I went through Double in Defense, of course, again, if I had already said, theirs was cheap and everybody else's was full price, but then again, I had to pay that transfer fee, and I really don't think that I ever want to do that again. So do your research, call around, make sure you investigate to the absolute maximum thoroughness, because I'm telling you, the delay will make this process even harder and more agitating than it already is, if you ask me. The Rugged came in this box right here. This with a little, it got like these little tabs, and you can just pull it, and then it comes with some stickers in there and some user manuals. I guess some stickers or something like that. Actually, I haven't even taken this stuff out. Yeah, it comes with some stickers and stuff. Appreciate you, Rugged. Appreciate you, not Rugged. I appreciate you, Obsidian. No, not Rugged. Wait, who is this? What's their name for real? Yeah, it is Rugged. Rugged Suppressors.